Welcome to the Benefits YouTube channel. We're going to speak about flexible spending accounts for dependent care. Facilitated by your HR benefits team, my name is Michelle Otley. Let's jump right in. What is dependent care? A lot of people think that dependent care is only for daycare for younger children, but it's much more than that. Let's watch a quick video clip.
A dependent care flexible spending account, FSA, is pre-tax money you set aside out of your paycheck to cover daycare costs. With a dependent care FSA, you can pay for fees for licensed daycare or adult care facilities, and even before and after school care programs and summer day camps for dependents under 13. The money you put in your FSA is taken from your pay before federal, state, or Social Security taxes. This decreases your taxable income and increases your take-home pay. So, how does an FSA work? When choosing your benefits, you must decide how much money you want to put in your dependent care FSA for the entire year, although there are limits. The amount you choose for the year is taken out of your paycheck in equal amounts and placed in your flexible spending account. Unlike a health FSA, where you have access to your total contribution for the year on the first day your benefits become active, with your dependent care FSA, you must have enough money available in your account to cover any expenses. Unlike a health FSA, where you can carry over up to $500 to the next year, with your dependent care FSA, you are not able to carry over any unused dollars, so use it or lose it. How do I get my money out of the FSA to pay for these expenses? Most FSA plans offer an FSA debit card, which allows you to pay for approved expenses directly at the place you get care or buy medicine. The card will only work for FSA eligible expenses and is the most convenient way to use your FSA. If your FSA doesn't offer a debit card, you will pay out of pocket and then send a copy of the receipt to your FSA provider, who will issue a check to pay you back. When can I use a dependent care FSA? Dependent care FSAs can be used to pay for the cost of daycare for kids up to 13 years old, elder care if you are taking care of a parent or spouse, and care for physically or mentally challenged dependents. Heads up, you can only use this type of FSA if you and your spouse are working and or in school. If you are separated from your spouse, only the parent with physical custody of the child can use the dependent FSA. And remember, dependent care FSAs are not pre-funded, so you can only withdraw from the account as much as you have put into it. To sum it up, a dependent care FSA is a pre-tax savings account to be used for daycare costs. You decide at the beginning of the plan year how much to contribute for the next 12 months, and your account will be funded as you go. Most FSAs offer a debit card, so you can conveniently use the funds in your account.
That was some great information on dependent care accounts. You can also find additional information on PrimeFlex. It'll help you decide how much to contribute and also let you know what other FSA eligible expenses are. So let's recap. Dependent care elections are tax-free deductions. They are not pre-funded. So unlike a FSA medical where you get the money up front, you only have the funds available from paycheck to paycheck as you contribute. You make your elections now, and then they start being deducted the first paycheck in 2017. Our dependent care is not totally use it or lose it. Your funds will roll over to the next year, but you must incur all dependent care expenses by March 14th of 2018. And then you must submit claims against all those expenses so that you can get your money back by May of 2018. The IRS max is $5,000. If you're married and both you and your spouse are filing for FSA dependent care benefits, then only each of you can claim $2,500 for a total of $5,000. You cannot make changes to your dependent care elections unless you have a qualifying life event, like birth of a child, marriage, or loss of benefits. The calendar year for dependent care is 1/1 to 12/31. It covers dependents up to age 13, disabled children, and elderly parents. It pays for expenses by reimbursing you. You can submit your reimbursements online, via fax, email. You can log in and pay your daycare provider or camp directly. We do not receive debit cards for our dependent care accounts. Or you can do what I do and have the reimbursements deposited directly into your checking or savings account just by filling out a direct deposit form or setting up an account online and entering your direct deposit information. It's very important. You must re-enroll in FSA dependent care every open enrollment season. These accounts do not roll over. That means that if you're currently enrolled in an FSA dependent care for 2016 and you want that same benefit next year, now's the time to log in and complete that enrollment. If you don't do it, you will not have dependent care for 2017. Additional resources, you can visit Prime Pay online, view the IRS publication, or just give PrimeFlex a call at 877-769-3539. Remember, dependent care is a great way to put aside pre-tax dollars to pay for daycare, before or after care, elderly care, and don't forget, camp. If you have additional questions, email us at oe@unityhealthcare.org. Thanks for tuning in today to our OE YouTube channel. Have a great day, guys.